Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining this lecture on analysis of CA final financial reporting April 2023 MTP. So this MTP was relatively easy. Why? Because most of the questions were from either the study material or the past exam or the RTP or the past MTPs. So if a student has completed all questions of study material, RTP, MTP and past exam, then most probably he will be able to solve almost all the questions of this MTP. But as you know, what they ask in MTP and what they ask in the exam, there is a huge standard deviation. Okay, so don't take this MTP of April 23 as a benchmark for your coming exam. You have to prepare really well because in the exam there can be surprises. So with these words, let us start the analysis of this FR April 23 MTP. So the first question was on division 2 of schedule 3 of Companies Act. Question number 1A was for 16 marks. Oh my god. But it was a very lengthy question, and for 16 mark it was really a lengthy question, and it was compulsory question. So therefore you can't avoid it also. You will have to solve it come what may. So what was this question? This question was a very good question, which on the screen you will find it now. They have given you a balance sheet. This balance sheet had lot of mistakes. So what you have to do, you have to redraft this balance sheet by rectifying all these mistakes. And then there are lot of adjustments given. Adjustment on convertible debenture was given. Then adjustment on proposed dividend was given, then rearranging the item in the balance sheet, financial liability you have to rearrange, then presentation of PPE, investment property, capital work in progress, this was also there. Then some presentation related to financial assets were there. So all this you have to do. Deferred tax adjustment was there. Adjustment in the sense they have shown it separately, you have to show it net of each other. And then in the balance sheet, retained earning was also wrongly presented, so that the student will have to rectify. So this was your first question. In the classroom normally we take such question and the student will be able to solve easily, to rectify the error and draft the balance sheet all over again. That was your question number 1A for 16 marks. So if you attend regular classes, this question will be able to solve. But this question requires knowledge of many Ind AS. For example, Ind AS 32, which requires you to divide the debenture into liability portion and equity portion. Then Ind AS 10, which requires you to disclose the dividend, or Ind AS 32, which requires you about the presentation of financial asset, financial liabilities. Then there was Ind AS 12 also, where it says deferred tax asset and deferred tax liability should be shown net of each other. So with the basic knowledge of all the Ind AS, you can solve this question quite easily. One of the simplest question was 1B. Question number 1B. What was 1B about? Let us see. Question number 1B was on Ind AS 28. Ind AS 28, chapter number 20 is in our class note. So that also I mentioned. Those who have attended our classes, this is chapter 20, Ind AS 28, and this was a very basic question on passing journal entry in the books of investor when the associate makes profit, associate has OCI, and the investor receives dividend from the associate. So let us see the question. Question was quite easy. They have given you that this is the value of the shares acquired, one entry for purchase of share, one entry you will pass for the share in the profit, one entry will pass for the share in OCI, and one entry will pass for dividend. Is it right? Now what about the answer? The institute has already given you the answer on its website. You can also download the answer from our website www.vino.in. Question paper and answer you can download from our website vino.in, and this analysis also I have uploaded on our website vino.in. The link is given in the description box for the analysis as well as the question paper. The student can just click the link and he can download the question paper and analysis from our website. So question number 2 was a very easy question. That was only for 4 marks. You have to pass 4 entries, you get 4 marks. Question number 2A was for 5 marks. It was again a very easy question on Ind AS 7 statement of cash flow. So they have given you certain transaction. You have to identify where you will put those transactions. Some transaction will be written in operating activity, and the associated tax will also be written in operating activity. Some transaction like this one will be written in investing activity, and the associated tax will also be shown in investment activity. Some items like dividend will be shown in financing activity, and the dividend payment will also be shown in financing activities. So this way you will solve question number 2A. One of the easiest question ever asked on Ind AS is question number 2B. What was question number 2B? Question number 2B was a very easy question on Ind AS 2 for 2 marks, 4 marks. Cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Let us look at the question. So they have given you here cost, estimated selling price, and selling cost. What you will do, you will find out the NRV first, and after calculating the NRV, you will choose the cost or NRV whichever is lower, take the total, and the institute will give you 4 marks for this much effort. This question they should have asked in foundation course, but they are asking in final course. Enjoy, dance. What is the next topic? Next question. The next question for 6 mark, this was on Ind AS 102, which is share based payment, and this question was on early cancellation of ESOP. Similar questions are covered in the study material and in the class, very easy. So if you have solved all questions of Ind AS 102, then you will be able to get this answer. Okay, so I'll show you that question. That was a very easy question. You see this question number 2C. So they have 1000 options given to 200 employees. Originally it was for 3 years, but then after 2 years only they had to cancel it. So the student will have to pass the journal entries relating to cancellation and how the adjustment will be done. Very easy question. You can read the answer from the suggested answer given by the institute. That was question number 2C. Question number 2D. Question number 2D is on Ind AS 115. You have already done similar question. As the volume will increase, the price per unit decreases. So this is a question on variable consideration. Very easy question for 5 marks. So many questions we have done in the class, and the student has to write down what is the transaction price in this case. Question number 3A. 3A is a combo offer. Combo offer of Ind AS 116 plus Ind AS 21. Very good question. Same question I had taken in my class also. Now this question is not in the institute study material. Remember, this question was there in the ICI educational material. Fortunately, I had taken this question in the class. Students generally don't like me because I take question from so many sources, and because of that sometimes it becomes little lengthy. But now you see the benefit of that. They have asked this question for 8 marks. So if you have not studied this particular question, which requires lease payment to be made in foreign currency, probably you can go wrong. Okay, so this was a lease payment to be made in foreign currency. So at the end of the year, how will you present ROU asset, how you will present the lease liability? That was the issue. Question number 3B, very easy question. Same to same question in the study material of the institute also. This is a question on compulsorily convertible preference share, which means in this question the student have to find out how much is the liability portion and how much is the equity component. So this is a question from Ind AS 32. This is a question from Ind AS 32, and you can easily crack this question. Same to same question we have done in class, same to same question in the study material, and surprisingly it was for 12 marks. And the institute is so kind, they have given you almost all the calculations also. You just have to apply your intelligence, basic intelligence, and solve. Question number 4A was on Ind AS 33, and in this question there is a convertible loan, and you can convert this loan at any time during the next 4 years. So the student has to decide that out of this, which conversion ratio I will consider for the purpose of calculation of EPS. A very good question. It was asked in one of the recent past exams. This question is also there in the study material of the institute. So you have to find out the basic and diluted EPS. Same to same question was asked in the exam. Not even one comma is different, which we have covered in the class. So dear student, we have covered in our FR batch. Just to tell you, questions from study material, question from RTP, question from MTP, and question from past exam, and also important question from ICI educational material. This is another publication of the institute which normally is used by the members, but good questions from this is also covered in our class notes. And this is basically the question bank from where the institute will ask you the question. Everything covered at one place. The student can either purchase FR English regular, you can purchase FR Hindi regular. Hindi will cover the entire syllabus. Book will be in English, the discussion will be in Hindi, plus we also have FR revision and regular Hindi revision also. So how much efforts teachers have to make? We have to record regular in 2 languages and revision also in 2 languages, and we have to cover the entire syllabus. But the best part is everything covered at one place, and the student will find it very easy for getting everything at one place. There is no shortcut approach used. If you use shortcut, you may suffer in the exam. Now we'll come to the next question. The next question is a theory question on Ind AS 110. The next is a theory question on Ind AS 111, joint arrangement. Next is a theory question on Ind AS 111, but I found this question very easy and very interesting also. They have given you some scenarios and you have to answer whether it is a joint operation, joint venture, or none of the two. So basically the student has to study 111 very carefully. Ind AS 111 gives you a guidance when will you call a joint arrangement as joint operation, joint venture, and it is neither joint venture nor joint operation. So in this question, interestingly, they have given you 6 situations and this question was for 7 marks. So you can easily solve this question for 7 marks if you know when is a joint arrangement joint operation, when is a joint arrangement a joint venture. Otherwise you will not be able to crack that problem, and that is why we cover theory also in the class in detail. So we have covered this question in the class. Several questions were covered to help you to understand when is an arrangement joint venture and when is an arrangement joint operation. Now the next question was one of the easiest questions ever asked. This question is on Ind AS 108 operating segment, and you must have done this question definitely. Even at intermediate level you must have done this question. So you have been given these 8 segments and you have to identify the reportable segments. So you will apply 3 types of test: revenue test, result test, and asset test. After applying this test, you will be able to identify that which segment is a reportable segment under Ind AS 108. When we start the discussion on Ind AS 108, the identification, we usually start with this example only. So very easy, and similar questions were there in your intermediate also. Now we'll go to question number 5A. Question number 5A is from Ind AS 36. Question number 5A. Now what is the importance of this question? First, it is quite lengthy. It will take time for you to read the problem, and same question is there in the study material. We have also covered this question in the class. You have to find value in use, and for calculating value in use, you have to identify that out of these given questions, given cash flows, which will be considered and which will not be considered. So lot of data heavy problem, some student will get confused which one I should take, which one I will not take. But with patience, with prior practice, this question can be easily cracked by the student, and this is a good question likely for the next exam also. Write down next exam, potential question for next exam. Even if you have done it in the class, but in the examination hall you have to again read the problem carefully. They might change some adjustment and you should be able to handle it. Okay, so practice this question number 5A Ind AS 36 before you go to the exam. Now we'll go to question number 5B. Question number 5B is on Ind AS 115, and in this question it is based on variable consideration, because this question says this company will get a bonus if the completion is done in 24 months. So this question will require you to calculate contract revenue, contract profit. Okay, and in this question, after 2 years, there is some modification also. So you will have to do one small adjustment of modification. So this is a good question and you can easily solve it. Similar questions have been covered in the study material and in the class. Now we'll come to question number 6A. 6A is a very easy question on Ind AS 19, employee benefit, and you have to prepare two accounts. One is present value of DBO account and plan asset account. Our student will remember we had taken many questions on similar problem, and then you have to find out actuarial gain or loss also. The missing figure in the two account will be actuarial gain or loss. After you have prepared the two ledgers, you have to give the presentation in the balance sheet. So first you prepare the two ledgers, plan asset account, present value of defined benefit obligation account, and then you will be able to easily prepare the balance sheet and P&L account item. So in P&L account, current service cost is shown, interest cost is shown, and in the OCI part, actuarial gain or loss is shown. In the balance sheet, the difference between the present value of defined benefit obligation and the plan asset will be shown. Plus you have to also pass one journal entry. Same question covered in class. Those who are attending our FR classes will find this question very easy because we have done lot of practice. Then this question number 6B, again a repeated question. Recently it was asked in the exam. Same to same question, they have just copied and pasted for MTP, and this question is also there in the study material. This question deals with accounting treatment of loan received from the government below market rate. So what was the treatment done earlier and what will be the treatment now? That is the answer you have to write. A very easy question if you have already studied earlier. Don't try new thing in the exam. Go well prepared. You will be able to get the answer right. So even Ind AS 101 question was also from your past exam only. Don't worry. Now question number C has option either and below or, either or, either or. You people are so lucky. First of all, out of remaining 5 you have to solve 4, and within that also you are getting a choice. So laugh, smile. Okay, so what is question number 6C? This company Solar Limited has an 80% interest in subsidiary Mars. Solar Limited holds a direct interest of 25% in Venus. Mars also holds 30% in Venus. The decision concerning relevant activities require a simple majority. How should Solar Limited account for investment in Venus Limited in the consolidated financial statement? So basically you have to answer whether Venus Limited is a subsidiary of Solar and why, whether Solar exercises control, and if yes, they will apply Ind AS 110. So this is a basic theory question of Ind AS 110. Based on the case study presented, you have to answer whether control exists over Venus Limited or not. If yes, then your answer will be, it will be consolidated as per Ind AS 110. Okay. So do you cover theory also in the class? Yes students, we cover theory also in class, and this was either or. This is also based on Ind AS 110. So this time there was no question on consolidation, rather there were theory question on consolidation. Under this question there is a concept of potential voting power. You have to consider the potential voting power also while deciding whether control exists or not. So this question is also about control. This question is also about control. I think same question is there in the study material also, and we had also discussed this question in the classroom. So this was your FR RTP April 23. The student can download this MTP from our website vino.in. In the free resource section, you can download the MTP, the RTP, and for this you can also download the analysis. I have prepared this analysis. This analysis is also there on our website. You can just go to the description box, click the link, and this way question by question analysis I have written. The same thing you will find on our website. So dear student, thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to YouTube channel if you have not yet subscribed. Like the video and also share with your friend. It will be very useful to a large number of students. So I want all of you that please share this video with maximum number of your friends, and if you have not subscribed, please do it. I am teaching CA Final, FR and SFM. I teach in both the languages, Hindi and full English, and therefore according to your comfort you can purchase the video lecture. The video lecture will be very useful for the coming exam. It is also available in revision mode also, which will be 100 plus few hours, so you can complete it fast. The institute has proposed the syllabus which will come out anytime soon, and once the syllabus is announced for the proposed course, immediately we will start batch on FR and SFM. The batch will be conducted in face-to-face mode in our Pune center, as well as it will be live streamed on the app. So kindly inform this to your friends also. So I take this opportunity to thank everybody for watching this video. Wish you all the best.